Hey y'all, it's Libby with Gemini Homestead. We're about to make vanilla extract. I've got a 12-ounce bottle left. I need some for the reserve. Plus it makes great holiday gifts. And I've got a special someone that I'll be giving this to. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring you closer. I'm going to split a few of these beans. Now these are Madagascars. Now these are grade B. And the reason why I prefer the grade B, the grade A tends to be, these are a little bit smoother. The grade A tends to have a little bit more of a floral, and which is great if you're doing vanilla bean paste, which I will be doing that as well. But for the vanilla extract, I chose the grade B. It's just very smooth. But you can use, any vanilla bean of your choice. But I'm going to bring you closer. We're going to do a couple of these, and this literally takes 2 minutes. Okay. Now, since I'm going to do a vanilla bean paste, I'm going to actually remove both ends of the vanilla bean. And I'm going to reserve them to the side. Now, you can use scissors. This is my little favorite knife. What you're going to do is you're going to come down the center of the bean. Now it's real wet and moist. Try not to go through the whole bean. Now I'm going to show you. If I can get it up to the camera. Can you see that right there? That's the paste within the bean. But now what I do with mine, and that's a little bit different, is I'll come in here and I'm going to scrape some of this bean paste out. But you got to be very, very careful when you're doing this. You don't really want to tear too much of it because you're going to get all the oil out. There you go. I prefer to see the seeds in mine. Now, if your recipe calls for just like a clear vanilla, then just simply take a little strainer when you're pouring your vanilla extract out to catch the seeds, put the seeds back in. And I'm going to turn it around the opposite end. As you can see, I'm leaving the center. I'm going to come down here at the other end, and I'm going to scrape. Let's see if I can get my knife in there. There we go. Now I'm going to do this to all of them. I'm putting 3 beans into each bottle, and I have 3 8-ounce bottles. And I would say 50% of the inside, the vanilla bean itself, which is called a paste, will be put in each bottle. And there you go. I got a lot more to do, then I'll bring you back. I can't wait to share the paste with you. Okay, we're back. I just got through splitting the vanilla beans. I've got 3 to each 8-ounce bottle. And like I said, I scraped about 50% of the pulp into the bottles. I love that pulp that just, I don't know, it's so pretty in those bottles. And then of course when you're using it in certain recipes, you want to see that little hint of vanilla bean. It's just my take. Okay, 8-ounce bottle. Now I'm using vodka. You don't have to use the top shelf. I'm using what's on hand. You want to make sure you're covering your beans. And mine are well covered by about 1.5 inches. And that's it, y'all. We're going to clean the top of the bottles and set it into a dark, cool spot. And once a week, you're going to go and shake it. I've got one bottle that's 6 years old. I've got 2 more behind that that's about 2 years old. But like I said, this is getting to be the holidays, and this makes great gifts. So I'm looking at, about 6-7 weeks for Christmas. And I'll label it and ask them to hold on to it for another 2 or 3 months. That's vanilla extract, y'all. we're going to move to vanilla extract paste. That's my favorite. Okay, we're fixing to make vanilla bean paste, which is my favorite. Remember, I cut each end off the 10 vanilla beans. And I had one vanilla bean left because there was 10 and I put 3 in each jar. So I had a whole vanilla bean plus the ends of the other 9. And I'll show you what I do with them. But I'm going to bring you down here to the stove and I want you to see the simple syrup I'm making for this. Because I'm not using all 10 vanilla beans, I shorten the simple syrup. So to this pot, I've got a 1/2 cup of water, 3/4 cup of raw sugar, but it's already dissolved. What I'm trying to do is have it reduced by half. And you'll be able to tell it's not going to be as liquidy like water. It's actually going to start to thicken. But now you're not trying to make candy. You just want it to reduce by half. Okay, while the simple syrup is reducing by half, I'm sure a lot of you know what a coffee bean grinder is. Now I have 2. One is for my coffee beans and this is for herbs and spices. Key is when you get through on each spice, make sure you clean it out. I actually smelt a little bit of clove because that was the last thing I ground in this. So I had to really take my toothbrush and get it out. This is old. I'm sure they have modern ones now. But all I did was take the leftover vanilla bean, because remember there was 10 beans, I used 9 of them. I cut it up, actually with scissors, but I took the ends off the other 9. Then I ground them up in the coffee bean grinder. And this gave me about 1/4, and I'll bring it up closer, of the chopped vanilla bean. This is where the paste comes in. When I reduce my simple syrup by half, I'm going to pour it over this. And I'm going to stir it, which I've got a very small whisk here. I'm going to stir it, let it sit on the counter about 30 minutes, stir it again, because it's really going to get pasty. And then once it gets to room temperature, I'm going to refrigerate it. Now this jar that I'm using was just an Old Spice jar. It's got a screw-on lid. I save all my spice jars, especially if they're the glass ones. And I'm going to put it in the refrigerator. This will keep 6 months, which I promise you, it has lasted me a year. They say recommend is 6 months. I have yet to see it go bad in 6 months. Maybe because it is in the refrigerator. You might even see some recipes, I don't even know if there's any out there, that, tell you can have it on shelf. I choose not to put it in the shelf. In the South, we have a lot of humidity, and because that's a simple syrup, and I don't have a preservative in here, that's why I keep mine in the refrigerator. But I'm going to tell y'all, if you really want to amp up a vanilla taste, use vanilla paste. Now you can buy vanilla paste. It's extremely costly. But as you can see, I'm going to get I'm thinking 4 ounces of vanilla paste. I've got 3 8-ounce bottles that will be vanilla extract. And I want y'all to see the vanilla beans. I hope y'all can see them when I turn it over. I love the look of the vanilla bean paste in there. So actually, I was able to do 2 different recipes using only 10 vanilla beans. That's how you stretch it, y'all. Now we're going to mix it all up. I see that it has reduced. I'm going to bring the pot over here, stir it in. And there you go. Vanilla bean extract and vanilla bean paste. So we're going to get this mixed up. Okay, it's reduced by half. We're going to pour it in. Sometimes you'll have a little bit more simple syrup. Just depends on your bottle. Let's see. Perfect. I might have a tablespoon left over. And I'm going to go in with a small whisk, which you can use anything. And as it cools down, it's going to thicken up because remember, you made a simple syrup, only you let it reduce by half. So it started making, you know, the thermometer, if you would have checked the thermometer, it would probably reach 225. So almost a candy stage, but not a candy stage. Just remember, it's got to reduce by half. Very simple. And I'm going to tell y'all what, a little of this. If you did a teaspoon of vanilla extract, it would take you a fourth, not even a fourth, right at a fourth of a teaspoon of the vanilla paste. That's how concentrated it is. Plus, who doesn't like to see those little flakes? So, 2 recipes using 10 vanilla beans. I'd say not bad, huh? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the lid off because I want this to get down to room temperature. And that's it, guys. Vanilla bean paste, 3 8-ounce bottles of vanilla extract. Yep. I got another one coming tomorrow too. So it's holiday time. We got to ramp up and share some ideas with each other. But until next time, God bless.